Excellent!
What's up everybody, Big Swede here once again. As always, thanks for joining me. So today we're on to part 3 of the Project Sith Lord PC build. If you remember the first 2 parts, we built the system up, we got it running, but today we're going to be concentrating on performance benchmarks. I really want to see how this system stacks up against the one that it's replacing. I've been running this system for the last few years. It's an HP all-in-one, but it's really geared towards just your average PC user, somebody that's surfing the internet, checking their email, stuff like that. So when you load up a program like Adobe Premiere Pro and you're trying to edit video, it doesn't really work that well, and it's very time consuming, it's very difficult. So I'm really excited to see just how much gains we're getting from this new PC. So over the last few days, I've been messing with the system, tweaking some settings here and there, running these benchmark tests to make sure that things are stable with the changes I'm making. I have overclocked the CPU up to 4 gigahertz from the stock 3.7 gigahertz, and that's really as far as I'm comfortable taking it with the stock cooler installed. Somewhere down the line, we're going to delve into some liquid cooling, and at that point, we'll try to push that overclock a little bit further. But for now, 4 gigahertz is stable. The temps are good, so we're going to leave it there. I have messed with the graphics card as well. We've done some overclocking there. Got that up to 2100 megahertz, and got the memory clock up to, I think, 9600 megahertz. So the graphics card really overclocked well. But it's running stable, it's running good, so now it's time to test it and see just how much we have gained over the old system. Alright, so to do this, what I did is I took both PCs and I ran them through 4 different benchmarking software tests. If you go on YouTube and you search for PC benchmarking, these 4 tests are going to be in pretty much everybody's video. Now, other people have different things they test with. They'll test with games and stuff like that. I'm not into the gaming. I didn't build it for gaming, so I don't really care about that. I stuck with these 4 because these are like the standard that's in everybody's videos. So we set everything up exactly the same for both PCs and ran the tests to see what kind of difference we're going to get. Now, basically what these benchmark tests are going to do is they're going to run your computer, different components, your CPU, your GPU, through different tests, and at the end it's going to spit out a score. Now, that score in and of itself doesn't really mean a whole lot unless you have something to compare it to. So I could run these tests, and then I could go online and search for somebody that has a similar system to me and compare scores. Not really interested in that either. I'm interested in how it's comparing to this PC. So that's why I did the identical test with both PCs. So I'm going to compare the scores between the two to see what kind of gains we're getting out of this machine. Alright, first up on the list is Cinebench. Now, everybody runs Cinebench. Cinebench is testing your CPU. It's going to render down an image, and then it's going to spit out a score at the end and tell you how well your CPU did. The next 3 really are more geared towards the graphics side of the house. Although they do use CPU, it's more geared towards the GPU. Those being Time Spy. The second one is called Firestrike, and both of those are made by a company called 3D Mark, and they do a lot of benchmarking software. And then the final one is called Heaven Benchmark, and again, another popular one that pretty much all of these PC guys use when they're benchmarking their stuff. So, ran both computers through those, spit out the results, and I'll put them up here. And as you can see, it's not even close. This new PC just dominates. As a matter of fact, the old PC had some struggles to even get through some of these programs. And, it's obvious when you're looking at these scores that this PC that we built is way, way better. Now, these benchmark tests are all well and good. It's cool to see the difference in numbers between the 2 machines. But as I said, I built this to be a video editing rig. So what better benchmark, in my opinion, than to actually render down some videos? So what I did is I went and shot 2 videos, 3-minute videos, one in 1080p and one in 4K. And then I opened up Adobe Premiere Pro on both machines, imported those videos in, And, you know, I made some edits to the video, add some crossfade, stuff like that, different effects that I would add to a normal video. And then I rendered them down and I put a stopwatch on to see how fast each machine would get through those videos. And again, the results, not even close. This new PC just destroys the old one. The 1080p video, it chewed through it in about 3 minutes versus almost 35 minutes on the old system. And then again with the 4K video, we did it in about 6 minutes over here versus over an hour on the old system. An hour for a 3-minute video. Man, this thing is going to pay dividends instantly, just in time savings for me when I'm editing and rendering videos. You know, in the past, I would hit start on a render, and then I would have to go do something else for an hour or two while it did its thing. Because I couldn't do anything else, because while it was rendering, that's all I could handle. With this machine, I can hit start on the render, and then while it's doing that in the background, I can still get on there and do something else. I can start editing a new video while that one is rendering, and it has enough power and memory to do it. So productivity is going to be hugely improved with this new machine. Loving the way it turned out. I love the way it looks. It was a fun build, and then the performance gains on top of that, man, I could not be happier. So this will probably be the last video in this series, at least for a while. As I said, I do have some things I'm going to do to this down the road, and, you know, as I do those upgrades, you know, maybe I'll do an update video to let you guys see what's going on with it. But for now, this will mark the end of the Project Sith Lord PC build. Man, I had a blast doing it. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the ride. Hope you learned something. Hopefully it was entertaining and informative. Man, if you got any questions, you want to build something like this yourself, hit me up in the comments. I'll be glad to help you out any way I can. As always, guys, if you like what I'm doing, give me that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button up there. Stay up to date with any new videos we got coming out. We will catch you next time. Till then, live life and have fun out there.